I could share it with the rest of you if you really want me to.
Probably not. I know the things you get up to.
I live on the internet. You can't possibly shock me.
Oh, that I can actually kind of make that out? Oh, you fuck. Hi, everyone. I'm Cameron from Arbitrary Hero. We also
Nate,
have
Arbitrary Hero.
Yeah, we have Nate, and we've got Patrick and Lars from the Red Shirt Geeks. How's it going, guys?
It's going well. It's going well.
It's going.
So
eventually, it'll be gone.
Yeah. We've been trying to put this together for a while now, and we're finally doing it. So we're just playing a little D&D together, and I'm running Patrick, Nate, and Lars through a campaign. So normally I would let you introduce your characters, but that's not how this campaign is starting. So instead, just a quick backstory for anyone watching. This is Ravnica, the city of guilds, and yeah.
Yay.
We're basing it off the Guildmaster's guide, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So, Patrick, you made an excellent suggestion earlier. So everyone, close your eyes.
God.
I didn't suggest it. I was making a joke.
Who said that?
And let me reveal.
Hold on,
Okay.
let me
Okay.
In this campaign, I'll be playing the role of Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. No, you can open your eyes, but right now, whatever your characters had done previous night, they had a very typical evening for whoever they were. They went to sleep, and now they are slowly waking up. So if everyone can just make a simple initiative roll, and that'll be the order you wake up in.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh,
No.
Patrick's an early riser.
All right.
Hang on, I don't see.
I gotta run.
Oh, yeah. 23. I forgot to add my stuff. So
Okay. Let me see. The 3.
Oh, holy crap, Nate. That can't be right.
Oh no! Sorry. No, that was wrong. I thought that was a modifier.
Oh,
But
it's the
not.
multiplier, not the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you rolled a 5 in actuality.
Hang on. I will just re-roll that with an actual modifier.
yeah, I forgot my mods. So
Oh, 23. Yeah.
Tied. Okay.
hey,
Guys,
23.
Patrick rolled correctly originally, so he'll that breaks the tie.
Okay.
Nate forfeits the tie with his incorrect roll. Okay.
Never.
So let me double check. Okay.
Side note: technically, I see my character and I see Kaliban. I do not see any other names.
Oh, really?
So-
You don't see Hetfield von Burton?
No,
I see 2 names, Feanor and me, and then there's 2. I see 2 portraits, but I don't see names.
Oh.
I see 4 portraits and I see 3 names. I see my name, Feanor, and Caliban.
Okay. Let me see if I can fix that real quick.
This is the beauty of having
Hetfield's
fly.
depending on who people are seeing. Hetfield's the sexy blonde bitch.
Yes, actually, they can see my screen, so they can see all 3 names. So
Okay.
if you guys know
Okay.
who
It
Hetfield is,
it
we
looks
can
like-
work it out. Yeah.
If it looks right on your screen, that's what matters.
Yeah. Okay, so Patrick, you wake up first. Why don't you give a little introduction on who you're playing as you wake up into this room? And just a note, you woke up first, so you are blindfolded. So you actually don't get to see what's in the room yet.
Okay. So I wake up. First person to wake up is Dark Elf. In Ravnica, they're not the black skin. He's basically dark skin, black hair, but could look like a wood elf because they're similar hued. So, looking at his outfit, what it looks like is he might be a warlock. So
Yes.
That's what.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
Feanor has woken up. He finds himself tied to a chair, and he is blindfolded. Now, Caliban wakes up next. And Caliban, you are not blindfolded, but you are gagged.
Okay.
So he can make Keanu Reeves sounding noises.
Yeah.
Crap.
Whoa.
We know too much. We've gone too far. Whoa.
So, Caliban, as you wake up, you can take in your surrounding. If you want to give just a quick couple lines about who you might be.
Okay. Well, I am human. First thing you might notice is that my hair is dark purple. I'm pretty fair in complexion and got green eyes, and I'm pretty wiry. But like,
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. You're playing a goth.
Like a surfer dude.
No,
Dude.
he's playing a goth. He's like, man, I need to like have
Goth
some
surfer
Clamato
dude.
juice and go to Hot Topic.
Yeah.
totally.
And then the next one to wake up is Hetfield von Burton. And you wake up, you notice that you can see, you can speak, but there is a distinct absence of sound for you. You're not able to hear anything at all, not even just the normal background murmurs of a room that you might hear.
Well, what you would notice about me is that I am dressed. I just rolled out of bed. Except, I look like I had way too much fun last night. Head to tails, probably in some sort of fancy leather performing outfit, stage outfit. My hair is long and blonde. Of course, I look like Patrick Swayze in Point Break. So, yeah. Yeah. Come on, dude.
Keep it in the
Us
yeah.
are in Point Break. The 30 of us know.
So I guess as Caliban and Hetfield look around, all three of you are tied to your chairs. You're wearing your clothes that you'd normally wear, but you notice that your pockets feel lighter. You have been disarmed. Wherever you've woken up, you have been disarmed. Feanor still can't see, obviously, but Hetfield and Caliban, you might notice the other people around you. Your backs are to each other. And there is a fourth person in the room. They are completely fixed. They aren't tied to their chair, but they haven't moved. They are almost like a statue, just completely immobilized. And they are a Vidalcan. And Vidalcans are like basically blue mer people, but they're not really fishy. They're just kind of weird and smooth-skinned. A very attractive woman, a Vidalcan woman, but she seems either unable or unwilling to move at all.
So, like the Asari from, what is it? Mass Effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah, they're known. Being in Ravnica, you'd be familiar with them as a species. They're known for their highly studious. They are, as a race on the whole, pretty fluent in terms of magic and sciences and all those things. Kind of like the opposite of a goblin. Smart, pretty, that sort of thing.
Okay.
All right.
But cool, rational, things like that.
Yeah, small
So-
noses.
10 minutes in, and we've met our first Mary Sue.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right.
So, that said, you look around. This room is pretty nondescript. It's just got the 4 chairs, and you notice something weird. The chairs don't actually match. Like, one of them's got 3 legs, one of them has armrests, the other doesn't, one has no back. Just 4 random chairs. Other than that, the room is nondescript except for a door, and you are kind of tied down to these chairs. It may not be the most secure knots in the world, except for, again, the Vidalcan. She's not tied down in any way. But that's what you wake up to. So 4 strangers in a room.
Any music playing?
No.
Okay. I'm wondering if we're gonna have to pick chairs, keep moving around.
No.
I think we've woken up in the waiting room of a sizzler.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am tied down to my chair.
Yes.
Okay, and I can't talk, but everything else is good.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess if I can't hear myself talking, everything I say would probably be like a shouting.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
like a little an octave too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what's going on? Hello?
Yeah. And Feanor, all you hear is this incessant shouting.
I would respond, but I can't. I was just a whole lot of.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Can I check my bonds and see how tight they actually are? You said they were kind of
Yeah, let me you can either make a straight strength check to try and get out of your bonds, or if you want to try and maybe like wiggle your way out, I'd accept a sleight of hands also.
I will do the sleight of hands. I want to see if I can't like maybe do a trick joint, double jointed thing, and see if I can't
break your wrist and then reattach it, kind of thing.
Straight up Veroni Kenshin.
Is he Deadpool?
Yeah.
Right, sleight of hand. That's actually pretty good for me at this level. Nope.
Not good at all.
Yeah.
Man, you broke your wrist.
Yeah, the rope holds fast, and
It tightened.
yeah.
Just a moment.
Somehow the knot actually tied itself. It used to be a quarter line, now it's a clove hitch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that like maybe my thumb or whatever I'm dislocating is super swollen from whatever I, you know.
Well, okay. I guess I'll check if my hands are still pretty well bound. Would I be able to? No, I don't think that would actually work. Hang on a second. So, I guess I would just try to use. Could I use athletics or acrobatics as a? I have a decent sleight of hand, so I suppose I can give it a go.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't do worse.
I actually might have something for this, but we'll see how this goes.
Oh, look at that!
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I wiggle my blind? Can I get my blind? Can I kind of wiggle and knock my blindfold off enough to be able to
I'd
see?
say given enough time, maybe like you guys are sitting here, we can fast forward like half an hour of you all struggling for a little while. Eventually, you can get loose.
Are our chairs nailed down to the floor?
No, they are not. But your ankles are tied to the legs.
Yeah, but we could shimmy over, right?
Yes.
Like around, so I can see what else is going on.
Yeah, you can reposition yourself.
Okay. Let me ask you this: the way my hands are tied, are they behind, or are they like on the armrest?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so you were the second to wake up, correct?
Yes.
So you are on a four-legged stool with arms but no back.
Okay, so I'm sitting like upright, but my hands are here. Do I have the ability to manipulate fingers?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's a normal like lashing.
If I can
practice safe BDSM. Whoever tied you up.
Shimmy my chair around so I can see the next person if I'm not facing away from anybody.
Yeah, so if you turn to your right, you'll see Feanor. If you turn to your left, you'll see the Vidalkin.
Okay.
And then directly behind you is Hetfield.
Well, the Vidalkin seems like they are a little bit MIA in the brain right now.
So if you turn to look at her, is that what you're doing?
I mean, if I can turn over my shoulder, yeah.
Her eyes follow you. She is looking at you. Nothing else moves, but her eyeballs are able to turn, and she's able to blink. And that's it.
All right. If that is the case, then I will turn the other way, and I see Feanor. That's right? Yeah, that's where he is. All right.
Yes.
I'll try and turn my chair more so I can see his bonds, and I will cast Mage Hand and try and see if I can't find, if it's a knot or something, can I try and undo the knot?
Yeah, that
can
works.
manipulate my hand, I can try and tug. I can only do 10 pounds worth, but.
So you will use, you're not using your physical hand, you're using the mage hand to try and get at his knot.
I figure since I can see the knot, or if I can see the bonds, and
that's great. With that, I'll let you do, why don't you do sleight of hands with advantage?
Okay.
To try and manipulate, because this is a pretty dexterous thing the mage hand needs to do.
Yeah.
But it is a hand that is not bound.
All right, I'm going to roll 2 of these, and I'll take the higher of the 2.
Oh, that works. That works great.
Well,
so,
never mind.
23.
That was not correct. It rolls 2 d20s together.
Right. But I mean, I can do the math, right? It's either a 4 or a 23. So the 23,
You're right.
the
Okay.
23 works great. So
Expedite.
Feanor is unbound. So Feanor, your left hand is loose.
Apparently,
Did we
he's
lose
stuck.
Patrick?
Yeah, I think we did. He's frozen.
Yeah.
And I think he went out there for a second too. So I don't know.
Let's see. Maybe I can cut out if we need to. Let's see if we can get him back.
Okay.
If not, I can keep on scooting and see if I can.
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose I will turn around as well, and anybody I can see, I'll say, "Can you hear me?"
Let's see. If you turn left, you'll see Feanor, who cannot respond, and to your right, you'll see the Vedalken.
Yeah, the Vidalkin can't respond, but you, Caliban, you, yeah. So you can hear him, but you are gagged.
Saying,
I'll shake my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll nod my head. There
okay,
he is. Patrick, you're back.
For a second.
Yeah,
yeah. I think might be having some technical difficulties.
might be. No. Yeah,
I suppose I will try again to see if I can wiggle out of my my binds.
Yeah, and if Caliban is throwing the mage hand around, I mean that'll help you out. You can take advantage on this one.
okay, yeah, I'll help. I will aid in that. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna meet that at 15. Looks like.
Yeah, 15 does it. That's again, they weren't super tight, but yes. So you are able to unbind yourself, and if you do reach up to your ears, you'll notice that like it's literally someone has put like a clamp around your ears, but it's removable. It wasn't a spell or anything. You just were muffled.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I will remove that so I can hear. Am I the only one currently, other than the blue one? Sorry.
The Vedalken thing.
Yeah, the Vidalkin. Am I the only one who is absolutely freed?
Yes, you are totally free now. I mean, you can once you do one hand, you can do the other. You can do your own undo all your knots, and you've taken your earmuffs off, so you are good to go.
Okay, then I will proceed to go counterclockwise, and I will unbind Feanor.
Yep.
Do you want to roll for these?
No. I mean, at this point, it's as simple as undoing a knot. I think once you get the first one, you can take your time and free up everyone. Hey, Patrick, you're back.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Modem was glitchy, power cycled, so we're back.
Okay, so to catch you up real quick,
My hand was loose.
Yes, and Caliban was able to get Hetfield completely free. He took his earmuffs off, so he can hear now. So you all can free yourselves without any further trouble. You can take Caliban can take the gag out of his mouth. You can take your blindfolds off, no problem.
Okay, so here's one question. What do I have on me? In other words, my Book of Shadows. Do I have that?
No, you do not. All of you are
completely
unequipped except for your clothing. All your pockets are empty. There's nothing on you right now.
Wow.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Yep.
I just got a note because I got to know what I don't have.
Yep.
Because it doesn't, in my spells, it does not list what I don't have, so.
You'll assume if you find your Book of Shadows again, it is unmolested in whatever condition it was the last time you had it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But yeah, so the three of you are free. I mean, technically all four of you are free. The Vidalkin does seem to be under some sort of spell, though, or immobilized with a poison or something. They cannot do anything but move their eyes.
First of all, can I cast Healing word?
I think so. It's just somatic, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, then there's no problem there.
Yeah, it's just verbal, so
Hey, that should. Yeah, it's just that. Yeah, that should.
yeah, it's not even somatic, it's just verbal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there a roll for that one?
It's a 1d4 plus 3 for healing.
Okay, but it's an automatic success, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
just
Yeah.
verbal. It's a bonus action, but we're not in like a combat right now, so you can just cast it.
Yeah.
And 4 it is.
And I'm assuming you are
think that's what it
casting
was.
it on.
The Vidalkin.
Yeah. So, I mean, she looks good, but that doesn't solve her problem, whatever it might be. So it's not some sort of paralysis or anything like that.
All right. I'll walk over in front of her.
There is, by the way, you can. I want to make sure you guys can see it. There is a door to the north of the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
This, and we can tell it's feminine.
Yes, she is.
She,
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
Making
lady. I mean,
All right.
pretty blue alien lady.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, since she's not responding to the healing, she might be healed, but it sounds like she's actually paralyzed. So I'll get up right in her face and be like, if you can understand me, blink twice.
She does so. She blinks twice.
Okay.
You hear the 2 beeps from
Yeah.
Yeah.
from Commodore Pike's chair. Beep,
Yeah.
beep. She keeps
Okay.
saying, no to what?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. And next question. Can you move? Twice for yes, once for no.
She takes a little bit of time. She blinks once. It seems like maybe she was trying, but no, she can't move anything.
Okay. Third question, and I'll give her a poke on the shoulder. Can you feel that?
She blinks twice.
Okay.
Then comes the next poke, which no.
That only took 10 minutes? No,
Yeah, can you feel that?
probably not.
It doesn't take 10 minutes usually, but
Yeah.
anyway,
All right, last question. Are you in pain?
seconds.
What was the question?
Are you in pain?
She blinks once. Once is no, right? Yeah.
No. All right, so it seems like the diagnosis is paralysis.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. How big is she? I guess is a rude way to put it. Does she look carryable?
So interesting, right? So you guys are pretty right. We've got an elf, a half elf, a dark elf, an elf, or a dark elf, a half elf, and a human.
Yeah.
Vidalkins are about the same. You're all pretty standard humanoids.
Okay.
Not. She's the diversity hire in this campaign, clearly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Then I will proceed. I'll say, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And I'm
Don't
gonna go. Yeah. Don't move. I'm gonna go check on that door.
Okay, so on the door you see painted, like it's not an old edition, but something new painted on it.
Mhm.
You see the text: I have 4 legs, but I'm not a dog. I have a back, but I'm not a camel. I have arms, but I don't have hands. And then in like red, some sort of red material scrawled. The other stuff was kind of printed nicely. This is like graffitied underneath. It says, "Look above and inside to lead out."
Above and inside to lead out.
Yep.
And we're to our first riddle.
Yeah.
3 hours later. Can't get out the door. I don't get it, man.
All right.
So if I get under the Volkin's chair, is there a hole and access? No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
So the full riddle, or the full inscription, it says, "I have 4 legs, but I am not a dog. I have a back, but I'm not a camel. I have arms, but I don't have hands." And then in red, graffitied underneath says, "Looking above and inside leads out."
Okay, of the 4 chairs, on which one has a back and armrests?
The chair that you were in had 3 legs, a back, and armrests. The chair that Caliban was in was a 4-legged stool with no back. The chair that Hetfield had 4 legs, but no arms. His arms were lashed down to the legs. And then the Vidalkin's chair has back and arms and 4 legs.
Okay, so
Well, there we
crawl underneath and actually see what's under the chair.
No, it's just a chair. There's nothing under the chair.
Okay. Can I pick her up off the chair?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, she's gonna stay rigid in that seated position, but you can do that.
Yeah, just put her in a
She's
chair.
like rigor mortis style, like paralyzed, not
Yep.
just like, okay, hypertonicity. Okay. All right. And there's nothing about the chair that she was sitting on. I'm going to set her down on her side in the corner. Like I'll try and set her in like this corner over here.
Okay, so as you handle her, so her clothing, she's like the Vidalkins kind of wear robes.
Mhm.
Her abdomen is exposed, and you do see a small scar going vertically along her abdomen.
No.
We're apparently we're in D&D Saw.
It's the Saw episode.
No. Oh.
Lay a key inside of her.
Yeah, seriously. Okay. If I see that, can I like palpate around that scar and see if I find anything like less than usual, like less than normal?
So, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I would assume that you would feel meat, but then underneath the meat, there might be something hard. Like this is not subdermal.
Okay. This is not actually like in the abdominal cavity. It's not just underneath the skin.
Right.
Deep. Okay. Oh, you sick motherfucker.
Yep.
And the thing is, knowing you personally, you planted some random object in there that has nothing to do with the door, and you just want us to kill her.
No. Well, originally, remember, there were going to be 4 player characters in this room.
Yeah. You fuck. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. We could go in the direction that we're thinking of going in. But I still have a slot I can use to probably run Healing Word again. I think I can sacrifice another slot for that, can't I?
Is Healing Words is it an actual leveled spell or is it a cantrip?
First
Level 1 spell.
Level 1.
Okay. All right. What about the walls? Is there anything else scrawled on the walls at all? Like
No, this is a very nondescript room.
Austere?
Yeah. It almost, if anything, like there's some minor staining on the floor. If anyone
Reddish or brownish? Or both?
A bit of both.
Great.
Right.
If anything, if you've ever been in a meatpacking plant, it almost looks like this used to be like an ice locker that someone cleaned up pretty nice.
Okay. How about that door? What's it made out of? You said something like. Did you say anything about what the material it was?
No, it is. I mean, it's some sort of metal. You can feel that it's cold to the touch. You notice that there's a clear cut. It's not like a hidden door, but there are not bolts on your side. There's not.
Okay, so we can't take it off its hinges on this side anyway.
Yeah, there are no hinges.
Even if we to do so. Okay. And we have nothing on our persons at all. Like no tools, no knives, no nothing.
Nothing.
Fuck. Okay.
Wow. See, my brain's going in one of two directions. One of it, I'm trying to stay in character and being the guy who is the team player trying to do the right thing.
Yeah,
And
Hetfield, why don't you tell us a little bit about what Hetfield is thinking right now? What's going on in his brain?
Well, he's struggling because his whole life is wrapped around trying to do the best possible thing for everybody involved.
Minimal harm.
Yeah, the other side of me is just like, you know what? I'm just gonna cast Thunderwave and get it out of her.
Yeah. And then Kaliban, I know for you struggle in small enclosed spaces a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I was like all over the place. I was like, okay, we got to find a way out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't really particularly, like the binding there, and I don't like the crowd right now. I would say that I'm starting to consider I may have to kill somebody here. And what's the chair made out of, by the way?
They're wood.
They're wood? And I assume sturdy. But if I were to, say, smash that chair against the wall.
Are the chairs able to be crafted into a shiv? Yes.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, and knowing what we're discussing, is this an open discussion between our characters, or are we just kind of like, we're all sitting there like in a silent?
From my perspective, this is in everyone's brain until you guys say that you're saying this out loud.
Yeah.
Like,
none of us have actually said a word to each other, as far as I know.
Well, I mean,
we probably discussed a few things, but everything's incidental.
Yeah. And I don't know if I don't think you guys mentioned this, but if you look at your guys' clothing, because people in guilds tend to wear guild colors, Feanor, you might be dressed in like something with a hint of red and white somewhere on it. Not as much anymore, but maybe.
No.
No.
I might have something red and white underneath, but otherwise my colors are muted, and it's not obvious if I belong to a guild.
Gotcha. Same probably with Kaliban. Would you say you're kind of the same? It's not.
Or
are you rocking red and green?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm rocking red and green clothes. I am rocking a tree tattoo up the side of my right arm that has small flames for leaves. But the tree being green and the flames being red.
And then, Hetfield, would there be anything on your person that would signify what guild you might belong to?
Look, I almost, in a way, because I'm such a gregarious, I guess, extroverted performer, I almost would look like a NASCAR driver.
Gotcha. So big green and white, bold striping, that sort of thing.
Yep.
And then you all would notice that the Vidalkin is dressed in red and blue. So she is very clearly somewhere involved in the Izzet Guild, which are like the mad scientist engineers of the world.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess at this point we need to actually start discussing out loud what our thoughts are, and I'm going to say, look, far be it for me to be the one to suggest this, but is it possible that there might be something in our paralyzed friend here that would lead to our extrication of this room?
That's what I was thinking.
And of course, I'm sure she's like, "What?"
Yeah. Her eyes, they widen a little bit. It's clearly a struggle for her, but
it's just a matter of how to get it out, preferably without harm.
Well, there's no way we're going to do it. Even if we're all doctors, we're not going to do it without harm. We're in a dirty, nasty room. So either way, we have no instruments. We have very little skills, at least as far as I'm concerned. I don't have any. My medicine skill is minimal.
Mine's
Discuss amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
mm-hmm.
And
My medicine skill is all right, but it doesn't mean I have the supplies to work with anything.
correct. And of course, the idea of just saying, well, you know what, we need to get out of here. So we think there's something in you. So it's time to, it's time to face the music, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Obviously we're trying to do the right thing as far as we don't want to just randomly put somebody in harm's way just on a hunch. We don't know what's going on. We've kind of deduced based on the clues that we've had, but that's about it.
Mm.
So, that being said, again, if we were to do something like that, and I say it vocally so that she can hear and understand that the actions we're looking at or contemplating are not meant to be in a way openly harmful towards her. But we also have to have the discussion. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. If we were to even look at something
the key in the Vidalkin.
We have to look at if there's a way we can do this with as little harm as possible. I don't think making a scalpel out of a wooden shiv is really gonna be the kindest method, but
Oh, I got a method that will be at least less painful, but there's no way walking away from it.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
So if we are okay with doing exactly what we think we have to do, I can at least make her unconscious without killing her first.
Okay.
Basically, I can actually do like a carotid choke and kill her that way. That's less painful. She'll just go to sleep. It'll take me a few minutes, but I can actually choke her out so she dies that way, and then we can go.
Can I just interrupt and say this is going so much better than I expected? Keep going.
You were worried that Max was going to be the one who would be the one to do it. None of us would.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that we can take our time. But I'm going to do what I have to do to get the fuck out of here.
Let's think about this for the second. Is there can we see outside at all through the door? Even through the keyhole?
You see maybe a bit of light, but it doesn't look like it's outside light. It looks faint. It's almost like if you're looking through it, all you see is kind of a shadow play across it, as if maybe there's a torch or a brazier on the other side that's providing like a small section of light that sometimes hits the keyhole.
If I look, can I look through the keyhole?
Yeah.
Can I see on the other side of the keyhole?
Yeah. So barely you could make out. It might look like a.
In other words, do I have enough to consider line of sight outside of the room?
Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? I'll say yes. Yes, you do.
Okay. I don't know what's on the other side of the door, but I think I can get on the other side.
Really?
Out of game, Misty Step.
Okay.
In game, I can get it through the door.
I mean, you can open it from the outside, though.
I don't know if I can open it if I get on the other side, though. That's the problem.
And you can't take anybody with you.
Let me double check.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
The funny thing is, yeah, he makes it outside the door. Bye.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know that answer. Let me look the spell real quick.
I don't know any of them. And,
no, self only. I cannot take anybody else with me.
And actually, it specifically says you can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you see.
That's why I was asking.
So yes,
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could Misty Step to the other side of the door. Yep.
Is that that is one of my 2 warlock spells. Okay. Just seeing what I could and could not do. Okay. So Worst case is I can get back in the room if I have to.
Yep.
Okay, so do you want me to go out? Do you want me to try going outside first and see if I can find some stuff on the other side to get out of here rather than gutting someone?
Sure. If I don't have
Okay.
to, fine. If I have to, also fine.
So let me reveal what you can see out of the keyhole.
Okay.
So you can kind of see this area.
Hmm.
And you can kind of, it's fuzzy to make out, but it looks like there might be maybe 10 or so feet in front of you, and then there's some sort of crate with some sort of object, a round object on top of it.
Okay. I can't make out any more than that.
Not through the keyhole.
Can I hear anything moving outside or any indication there's somebody out there?
No, it sounds like another quiet room.
Is it Is it he can't see it because it's not lit well enough, or
It's a mix of it's not lit well enough, and I mean the keyhole itself is kind of
pretty small?
yeah.
Limited visual capability.
Yep.
Because darkness is not a problem for me.
Yeah.
So it's really not a problem.
Gotcha.
All
Hang on.
right, I guess
Okay.
go do it.
Okay, so we're gonna Misty Step. Hang on, gotta get. If I could get this in, so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so I will Misty Step then to. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I will Misty Step out to here.
Okay, so you are on the
Yes.
other side of the door, and when you're on the other side of the door, you can see. Oh, reveal. There
A bunch
we
of
go.
people with arrows, and I'm now dead.
No. It's a room, the equivalent dimensions to the room you were just in, but now there is a crate in front of you and a stone in front of you on top of the crate. So if you were to lift up the crate, you need to pick up the stone first. And it's small enough that it's pick upable and pocketable.
Okay, is there writing on it then?
Yes. The stone has 20 facets, and on each facet is a rune. You can't tell what the runes say, but...
I can't tell which is the 20 and which is the 1. Got it.
Right. If you...
It's not infinite sided though, right?
Right. Just the 20.
Okay, good. Okay, is there any other writing or anything else that I see?
If you're inspecting it... Remind me again, what languages do you read?
Okay, hang on. I have to find that information because I don't remember off the top of my head.
I assume as a warlock you read some
Celestial,
sort of...
Common, Elvish.
There we go. Okay, I was wondering if it was Celestial. Yes. So, on the you notice, like, at first glance it looks like 20 sides with a rune on each side. But when you look closer at the stone, on the edges of the runes, you notice it's actually highly decorated, and there's a phrase on each edge, and it's the same phrase repeating. In Celestial, it's a right kind of a rough translation, but it basically means return the friend.
Return the friend.
Yep.
So I relay all this to them.
Yeah, you're shouting it through the door.
Yep.
I assume the door is cannot be opened from his side.
Well, I don't think he's actually checked.
Let me check that. I forgot to check that.
No, the door cannot be open. In fact, you guys actually haven't checked on your side whether you can open it. You were ready to cut this woman up before you even turned the doorknob.
Yeah, I thought that was the
I
game.
thought somebody tried the door. I was kind of busy dropping off the internet.
Yeah. No, the door doesn't open.
Of course it doesn't.
Wait a minute, hang on. Let's try this. Belloc.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, the door's like no.
Yeah, it says it back to you.
oh.
And actually, sorry, I mistranslated.
The doorknobs are not alive and sentient, and I'm not going to go any further.
I mistranslated. The edge of the stone specifically says raise up to return the friend. I forgot that part.
Oh,
To return the friend.
Maybe lift the stone.
Okay. Well, I can't tell anything else. I carefully lift the stone.
Okay.
Carefully.
Yes. So
You got your little bag of sand?
as you raise the stone, what happens is kind of a light pulses out from it, and it doesn't seem to care about physical borders. It goes through the door. You guys see the light kind of pulse a wave come over everyone. It ends. There seems to be some sort of range on it. It ends before it hits. You guys can't see my mouse, but can you see me click?
You can pulse, I think, right?
I forget how to pulse.
Hold down the left click.
There it is.
How?
Yeah.
Okay, so the wave, it's a curve, and it ends before it hits the south wall of the second room. But everyone's enveloped in it, and all of your max HP is reduced to 1.
All right.
Fuck. Okay. Ugh.
Whose idea was this?
All right.
Oh, this was all my idea.
Our HP is, or our current HP.
Max.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to temper. I'm just going to note as the current HP, but I'll note it. Our max HP is now 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's
So
the
you
max
have
HP
the
is
stone
reduced to
in
1
your
or by
hand,
1?
so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, sorry. Say that again.
Is the max HP reduced to 1 or by 1?
2-1. Everyone has 1 max HP. Yeah, stiff
which
breeze
means
will
we have
kill
1
you.
hit point.
Yep.
Put it back. Put it back.
So you do have the stone in your hand, and you can see now the crate. The lid's not that secure. You can peek under it, and you see your stuff. All your guys' stuff is there. All the stuff that was missing was in the crate. Feanor, except there is a bone that you were expecting to be in the crate. As you dig around, it's not there.
Oh. Okay, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm really not happy.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised you would be upset losing your bone.
I mean,
Yeah, this
at a
is important.
certain age,
It's something important to my character. Let's put it that way.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. We get up to a certain age, and it's hard to keep the bone.
What? Where's
Speak for yourself. I got the same amount I always had.
we do the Matrix thing here? Like, take the blue pill.
Yeah.
Okay, so I grab my stuff and equip myself real quick because I want to be ready, especially the book. Okay, now I feel a little bit better. Okay, so we can all feel that we're suddenly extremely weak.
Yes, your body comes
And
over
that
you. It's not like it's weird because you still feel as strong and as fast and all that stuff, but it's like you are now just tired.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right.
Which means if we do damage to her, we can insta kill her really quick because double max hit max hit points, 2 points of damage will kill any of us instantly.
It's a very interesting conundrum that you're in now. Yes.
He's just trying to tempt us further and further down that path.
No, actually, this was completely unplanned for by me. I forgot about Misty Step.
I didn't. I was thinking about using it earlier, so.
Say deuces. You guys have fun.
Okay, so I'm looking at this. There's 20 faces, and I'm on a scale from 1 to 21. I feel a 1, basically.
On an arbitrary scale, yeah.
Yeah, just on a
Fuck. All right.
So while Feanor is doing that, I mean, you guys, unless Feanor has said, "Hey guys, I held up a stone and a light came out," you don't know what just hit you. You just feel bad.
This is worse than my usual hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, what was in that orcish wine?
Yeah.
Seriously.
And Feanor, you might notice as you went to open the door, there were no hinges on this side either. Just a small little detail.
No hinges.
Okay. Are there any other doors in this room?
There is what appears to be an outline of a door that's almost like drawn, but not an actual door.
Where's that at?
Opposite this door. Opposite the current door. So it'll be.
So you mean right about here-ish?
Oh,
I don't know if you
yeah.
guys can see that.
Yes, you just colored in. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yep.
right here.
Okay.
So. Okay. How do I erase? I don't know how to erase anything.
I think I can hit clear drawings and it'll just clear all drawings. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Okay. Learning something new.
I can put just a little reminder over here.
Okay. That'll work.
Have you communicated this to us, or are we all just sitting there like, ugh?
Yeah. I communicate everything that I see. I communicate to you guys.
Yeah. We don't want Fëanor to check back in and the Vidalcan's already dead. He left us.
So here's a question. This almost looks like an odd sort of die, except it has many more faces than the usual dragon dice.
Are you asking if you'd recognize it as a die?
I'm wondering, does it have that feel that it might be rollable?
It feels a little, with the edges the way they are, it feels a little too ornate to actually be rolled. Like, you think that rolling would damage the edges, which would probably the owner wouldn't want to do, but it can physically be rolled.
Okay. I can't help but think there's more to that riddle as well.
Especially the fact that the last part of it was hand drawn on.
Yeah. So it's 4 legs.
I have 4 legs, but I'm not a dog. I have
Not
a
a dog.
back, but I'm not a camel. I have arms, but I don't have hands. And then separately, graffitied on, it says, looking above and inside leads out.
Not hands. Look above and inside. How tall is this room?
Standard height? I don't know. Is it like 12 feet, 10 feet?
10 feet's about a story. Is there anything on the ceiling?
There is a silver orb above you. Yes. Floating, not attached to the ceiling, just floating in the center of the room. Kind of in between where all the chairs originally were.
Can I stack the chairs on top of each other so that I could reach it?
Yes, yeah, you can get up there.
Is it light enough that he can see unaided?
Oh yeah. The
Okay.
rooms. It's weird because there's not a clear light source, except unless it's this thing. But there's like a pretty even lighting throughout the room.
Okay.
Okay. If I can climb the chairs in such a way that they don't fall over, I will. It's floating there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a quicksilver mercurial orb.
All right. I'm going to take off my shoe and touch it.
Your shoe just passes into it.
At like liquid or like a gaseous thing or what?
Like a hologram. It was the closest thing I could come up to. Yeah.
Okay. Like incorporeal, ethereal.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And I pull back my shoe. I look at my shoe. Is there anything on it?
No, it seems totally as if
back
nothing
on.
happened.
No ethereal splooge. Got
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Right. Somebody blows your nose and you want to take a of it.
Small finger at the surface, touching the surface.
Not only does your finger pass into it, you don't detect any sensation change. There's no temperature change. There's no pressure. It's
Okay.
as if it's not there.
Then I'm going to reach into it and see if I can't find anything in the center of this orb.
You keep reaching until you touch the ceiling.
What about putting your head in there? Because it says look up.
Yeah. All right. Then if that's the case, yeah. If it's not going to cause me any harm, then I will see if I can't get.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Arm.
So you stick your head in there, and I'm thinking probably you just see silver. Like you don't see the room anymore because your eyes, right? You can visually you can see the orb. So
Mhm.
from an optical presence, it's there, but that's it.
And there's nothing inside of it. There's no change. There's no nothing.
No.
But this silver orb is just hanging in the center of the room.
Yes.
Shit. Okay. Look above and inside.
Okay, that's how I do it.
4 legs, not a dog. Back, but not a camel. Arms, but not
No hands.
but no hands.
So I mean, unless we're barking up the wrong tree, I mean that's pretty much that's her chair. That describes her chair.
Yes.
So, if when he was standing on the chairs, did he have to do more than one, or is it just one chair he could stand on and get up to it?
It's only 10 feet tall, so you can
Or he
probably
could've
stack
already-
two
he could've eaten with
chairs, like 2 chairs up to get to it.
Okay. Okay, so we have other chairs. And the chairs can be moved.
Yep.
And
What if it's that one? What if it's that specific one? Because it's that. I mean, I don't know if you explicitly said that or if it needs to be said that that is the one that you're standing on.
I didn't say it, but yeah, I thought I was going to have to use all 4. But if it's not that high up, then.
Oh, are you saying if a combination of chairs triggers something?
Yeah.
Or
No,
like
nothing different about the chair. Let's say you spend an hour doing different configurations of chairs looking into the orb, nothing happens.
okay. Well, of course, we'll tell Fëanor like, hey, there's a silver orb up here.
So when you
I
tell
check
Fëanor,
my ceiling.
he also sees a silver orb above.
Okay, so it's pretty much what they describe as what I see.
The difference is, and maybe you guys can figure this out with some communication, Fëanor's room is not evenly lit. So the silver orb's there, but in his room it doesn't appear to be the light source.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe can you stand on the crate and get up to it?
Yeah, I think so.
How
Maybe
big?
if you-
How big is the crate?
It's holding all your guys' stuff, so I'd say
Gonna
it's
be like what?
probably like 4 foot, like a 4-foot cube
How heavy would it be to pick up
with all the stuff in it.
if I empty out the stuff?
Not too heavy, like I don't.
Okay, it'll take me 10 minutes to cast this, but we're going to cast Tensor's floating disc and put the crate on top of it so I can get up and explore this properly.
Okay, so let's say that you take the time, you get on. Well, now I'm trying to think because Tensor's floating disc always has to follow behind you, right?
It has to remain within. Hold on, I'll read the text.
It's like tethered.
3 feet above the ground occupies that in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range.
Okay. So you could
It's
cast
immobile when I'm within 20 feet.
Gotcha.
So I can put it where I want it.
You cast it, you put it next to the crate, you put the crate on top. Is that what you're saying? Move the disc over and then climb on top. So yeah.
Yep. So that gets me up 7. That gets me almost 7 feet in the air.
Yeah. So you can really take a good look at this thing. You can do all the same tests that Kaliban did. You get all the same results.
Okay. So it behaves exactly the same.
Can I do it the same time that he's doing it?
That was my. Just going to suggest that.
Yeah, we can spend some time going through permutations. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything?
No.
Okay, so nothing. Okay, in their stuff, do I find anything like thieves' tools or anything like that?
That is a good question. I don't know your guys' stuff as well as you do.
Do either of you have thieves' tools?
I do not.
Okay.
I don't believe I would. No.
Okay.
You got some daggers. You got.
I do have some. I do have a knife, not like a dagger, but I think I have a knife.
A loot, standard adventuring gear. It looks like.
Yeah.
It's actually funny you say that. Max rolled a rogue, so he had the thieves' tools.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
And whoever,
Okay,
if it was all 4 player characters, whoever rolled the lowest on the initiative roll would have had the surgical scar when they woke up.
Oh.
Awesome. Awesome.
There is a disguise kit, if that's helpful.
No, as far as I know. and I don't. It doesn't like. It's not like a displacement orb where one thing happens in it, it can happen, and it happens in the other one.
It seems whatever it's doing, it seems to be interacting with the world purely in an optical sense.
Okay.
Okay, so it won't transfer objects over. Button, no substance. 4 legs, not a dog. Backwards, down.
And if you guys are curious, probably with all the experimentation you've been doing, you'd probably be in the room for like 3 hours-ish now.
Jeez, okay. Well, it's one hell of a morning. I'm assuming it was morning when we woke up.
With where you are, there's no sense of the time of day.
Okay.
Okay. That after a little while, I'm looking at this 20-sided object. You said it's really ornate.
Yes.
Put it in the orb.
Anything?
No.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. If I set it down to one of the faces, does anything change?
No.
If I move it to another face?
No.
Okay. I don't know if I would roll this because it looks ornate and it looks important.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's say you give it a careful roll. Nothing gets damaged. Also, nothing happens.
yeah. Okay. Okay. How much of their stuff can I carry reasonably? I could probably get a few things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they've got anything crazy heavy. It's actually, I don't see Hetfield, or I don't see Kaliban's equipment, but I'm assuming.
Really don't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably just take the basic stuff that I need to cast and things like that. I get as much of their stuff as I can. I'm going to get over to the keyhole and get a line of sight, and I'm going to spend my Misty Step and get inside there so that they have all their stuff.
Okay.
If I can do that.
And I'm assuming you took the orb with you. If that's not part of your equipment, go ahead and.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take everything that I have with me, and I will Misty Step in.
So we'll assume that Fanor was able to take everything from the crate. Everyone's got all their stuff back, except Fanor's bone is missing.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife's dead. It's not like I need it.
Yeah.
All right. I think Caliban has been as polite as he possibly could be. And, like, she's still paralyzed, right?
Yes. Nothing has changed in the last 3 hours. Nope.
Ugh.
I'll ask her. Does she remember where she was?
Oh, quick side note. There was nothing in the crate that could be identified as hers. It was only the 3 of your stuff. Sorry, Lars, what were you saying?
Oh, my question. I asked her if she remembers exactly where she was before she woke up in this room.
She blinks twice for yes.
Okay. I suppose we can play 20 questions. Was she at home? Was she at work? Was she in a pub?
Yeah, so you go through the list. You can, through your communication with her, as rigidly structured as it might be, you get down to she was at a pub, she went home, she went to sleep, and then she woke up here. Kind of. Okay. That's as much as you got.
Our stories mirrors more or less what we saw, what we happened to each of us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of us remember seeing each other the night before?
I would assume, I mean, from my perspective, no, unless you had a reason to see each other.
Yeah, I assume otherwise we have no connection to each other that we knew of prior.
Would I have seen her the evening before? Because my thing as a bard is everywhere I go, I basically perform.
So that is, you ask her that, like, could we have seen each other? And there's an interesting response in that you were playing, let's say, in the 10th district of Ravnica. She was hanging out over in the 4th district, which is really far away. Like, Ravnica's the city planet, the city plane. The 10th and 4th districts are not close to each other. You both wound up wherever you are together.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Just trying to figure out there's some way. I mean, I'm trying to figure some common ground. I mean, I know Kaliban's probably about ready to lose his shit because we've been in here for hours, and the longer we go, probably the walls start to close in on him.
Yep, I'm seeing how I'm contemplating how breakable those chairs are.
Okay. Well, remember we got our stuff, right?
Yes, you do have your stuff.
Right. So if we have a dagger or something like that, we now have cutting implements. Now it's time to have that discussion with her. Based on what we read of the riddle, does she, and also what we've observed, is she willing to allow us to try to extricate whatever we might believe is inside of her?
She blinks once for no.
Too damn bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's kind of I mean, the thing for Hetfield is that at one point he probably would have said, just knock her out, let's cut it out. But he's got a skeleton in his closet that he's not lawful good, but at the same time he is. If somebody does not have to die, then there is no reason for them to die. He's not going to go out of his way to do something just because it might be easier.
Same here.
I
don't give a fuck.
Y'all can sit here and y'all can spout semantics for the rest of the night. I'm gutting this fish.
Yeah. I don't know her. Didn't do me any harm, so but whatever. Like, sucks to be you.
Really wish we hadn't reduced everybody. I wish we hadn't accidentally reduced everybody maximum 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Okay. While we contemplate this, can I just get in, sit in the corner and rest, essentially gaining the advantages of a short rest?
Yeah, let's say, I mean, you guys, this is obviously a weighted decision. You guys are talking about this for maybe another hour or so. I don't know exactly how long a short rest it needs to be.
Short rest an hour.
4 hours, isn't it?
No, it's an hour.
Yeah.
At least 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can get your spell slot. Your spell slot back.
Yep. That's the goal. Bang.
Yeah.
Get my 2 spell slots back. Because I have approximately 2.
Yep. Yeah. So if that's the case.
Yeah, so if Hetfield, and Feanor want to rest to recover spell slots for a short term, that you guys can go and
work for the bard.
Close your eyes and really? Okay.
Nope.
Meditate or
bard
whatever.
Bard can't get it on the short rest.
Gotcha.
I can get it on the short rest.
Okay.
Okay, so
well, here's the deal. Okay, we have to decide: are we gonna try just going after and seeing if there's something in the inside this Vidalcan?
There is one more thing I think I would try, but I don't know if it's even plausible.
I am all for out of the box thinking.
One other thing, while you're thinking about that, if I spend my short rest with this thing, do I pick up anything magical about it, or
the Vidalcan?
Do I get
the die thing?
Oh,
the
yes,
D20 of whatever it is.
There is a strong magic aura about it, and in fact, like let's
Do I
say
attune to it?
No, it's not.
Because I should be able to get I should get an idea of it.
Yeah.
Spending an hour with it.
So you meditating and looking at it, the phrase comes back to you: "Lift this to return your friends." You think like you did it once, and it spread out its aura, and it caught the four of you. Your mind's trying to work on what's that sort of link might mean.
I think I know. I'm going to take... God damn it. Does anyone have a knife?
I think I have a dagger.
Knife.
Knife me.
I have a knife.
Give me.
Small knife.
Cool. I'm going to slip that.
Not a proper weapon.
Yeah, I'm going to slip that into my boot thing. And I'm going to walk back over to her. I'm like, and I look at both of you and I say, this isn't on you. Don't worry about it. It's all me. And I'm going to sit behind her and just slowly rear naked choke her until she's unconscious.
Okay.
Well, she's on 1 hit point, isn't she? So it's kind of like...
Yeah, it happens quicker than you expected.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Actually, give me a
Medicine check?
No, let's just do, because it's your skill with the choke. Let's do a pure dex check.
Pure dex check?
You're doing I assume you're doing subdual damage so you don't kill her instantly.
Don't really care at this point, but we'll see. All right. Let's see. 19.
Okay, so you're fine. So you're able to get her unconscious without killing her. The check was actually to see if you'd accidentally kill her. Keep going.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't matter to me one way or the other because I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. We'll see. All right.
Actually, was she in the? Did we put her in? She was down in this corner right here. I'll move to where that is.
I thought
She was
I
down
put
in this
her
corner. Yeah.
Oh, I'm drawing.
Was
by
she?
accident.
Was she with? Yeah. Was she within the range of that thing?
Yeah, it hit her, but it did not hit the wall.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. If that's the case, then I'm also I'm gonna lay her supine so she's laying on her back as much as she can because that's where her surgical scar is, like in her abdomen, right?
Yep.
All right.
Should we try doing some healing while you're doing this to see if we can keep her stabilized?
I'm not one for sharing all this much, but I'm pretty sure all of our hit points are in that damn object now. Set it down on the floor, and then when I'm done, pick it back up, and it'll give us everything back. So
Okay.
that's my theory.
Okay, I'll set it down. Do you want me to try? Do we want to try giving her some healing magic to see if we can keep her stabilized?
Well, I mean, we only have a maximum capacity of 1 HP. We can try, but I'm pretty sure you're just gonna close up the wound that I'm about to inflict on her here. I've got pretty good hands.
What about
Well,
using using medicine to give him advantage?
Yeah, you can try.
Because I have I can either give him bardic inspiration, which will give him
To try to do this without doing significant damage or bleeding.
right. I can
I'd
either give
essentially, if you gave him advantage, I'd give him disadvantage on an attack roll, so you don't accidentally crit.
Okay.
All right.
And I don't know what that knife does damage wise. It's just a
I don't
small
know.
Daggers are
knife.
normally a D4.
Yeah.
This is just a small knife though. This isn't a D4 weapon.
Oh, maybe
So.
improvise. We'll say,
D2?
yeah, we'll say D2.
Okay. So do I need to make it to hit roll because she's
You
laying
don't
right?
need to make a hit roll. Just do a damage roll you're clearly trying to be as careful as you can.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
But okay. All right. And I would assume I'm proficient with knives, which makes it. That's fine. Whatever. All right.
You're specifically trying not to do damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and just reopen the scar.
Yes.
How big is the scar in terms of like the width of my hand?
It's like your palm to your finger.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to try and hit that scar and try and retrace it
Yep.
as best I can. Do you want me to make a check, or do you just want me to roll damage?
Let's just roll damage. And since you're being assisted to do minimal damage, roll twice, and we'll take the lower one.
5 it is.
Okay. So you open her up. What you see is this key was deeper than you got to go through muscle.
Yeah.
You keep going down till you can see the key. I assume you pull it out as quickly as you can.
Yep.
You could try and cast healing or something, but the bleeding's too profuse. She's dead.
Okay.
Okay. Well, shit.
Well,
Guess I doomed her real quick.
All right. Now, can we cast healing
I
to
don't
close
feel
that
she's
wound
good
up?
either way.
Can you what?
Can you cast healing to close that wound up? Would we want to try that?
You can, but I mean, it's a corpse.
Okay. All right. Set that D20 down and pick it back up.
Okay, set it down. Pick it up.
You raise it above your head, and she disappears. Her original body disappears, and her body comes back next to you, Fanor, and she is screaming and clutching her stomach. And it's like an intense primal, like this
Casting heal right now.
Yeah, well, so what you notice is she seems fine. And she, after she's done screaming, she looks and she's okay.
Oh, okay. I noticed this before I cast.
Yeah. And you bring the stone down to look at it, and you see one of the runes disappear on it. So now 19 faces have runes on them. One of them is not there. And then she looks at all of you, and she says, "You fuckers." And she disappears. She blinks away. Like you can't even tell. It's not instant. It's not a teleportation spell, whatever. She's just gone. And in her place, there's a symbol on the ground that it kind of looks like a pointy crown. I'm trying to think if there's a good way for me to. I'll draw it on the screen.
It looks
So
like
what's
that.
her hit points now?
Yeah. Everyone's hit points is still 1.
Great.
It looks
But our max?
is still 1.
Still 1.
Okay.
That's
Wow, okay.
terrible, but imagine it was symmetrical like that side. What you would know, actually, if someone wants to make a history check or maybe an arcana check, and we can see if you know what that means.
You do not want me making either of those.
I'll make a history check.
I'll go for the Arcana, theoretically. Where's my dice? Where's the dice? Hello?
Hello, computer. Just use the keyboard.
I don't know shit.
Actually, Hetfield, you're a bard, so go ahead and make your check with advantage. There's odds are you know this.
Out of game, is it a Magic the Gathering symbol?
Yes.
Okay, then I know what it looks like.
It's yeah. Yeah, you're good. Okay, you're right at that threshold. So, Hetfield, you know that this is the Planeswalker symbol. What she just did was Planeswalk away. So this was someone supremely powerful compared to other people. You're not exactly sure. So as far as you know, the events were cut her open, she bled out, held the stone up, she came back to life, and then she remembered her pain, and then she realized that she was fine, and she left.
So what you're saying is that freaking thing is what? Something of resurrection?
Something.
Maybe something similar to that.
Yeah.
But you do have a key for the door now.
Great.
I used the goddamn key on the goddamn door. Holy crap.
Okay, so you're out in another room that looks identical to the one you were in, except instead of chairs, there's a crate there. But when this door opens, it slides. It doesn't hinge or anything. It just slides. And when it slides, if you're looking across from it, like through the door, you see the other side where it seemed to be a drawn door. That door also materializes and opens.
Okay.
So we can. I'm assuming everyone wants to leave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take everyone and let's move you over here. So everyone else is limited to their normal vision, but Feanor can kind of make out this whole room. So you go through the door, and what you see, it kind of looks like sewage tunnels. So over here, oh, I'm not pointing. There we go. Over here, you see this square. This looks to be like an office cubicle. Like it's sheet metal, kind of a protective casing, and there seems to be a desk in here, obviously theater of the mind. Some machinery in this side. There's some crates over here. This is all sewage pipeline. There's little smaller channels coming in, and you can see kind of a mess of stuff floating down.
So is this like a half pipe deal?
Yeah, the direction kind of seems to be going in this direction.
Okay.
And in this direction, feeding into it. And then in the smaller channels, there seem to be certain spots where refuse is falling from above. That's probably as far as everyone else can see. Feanor, you can see there is some sort of board over... You can't make it out from here, but you can see that over here there's some sort of thing, a board or something against the wall. And then over here at the far corner, you can see a cubicle almost identical to the one near you. And actually, let me check. How long have we been going? An hour and a half almost. Do we want to either call it here or take a little break, a 10-minute break?
Yeah, we can if you want.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm cool with that. Take a break.
Okay, so I will, to the audience, I will call this episode here, and then we will come back, and probably the next episode will be on the Red Shirt Geeks channel. All right.
Woo!
Thanks for watching, everyone.
See you next time.
In a bit.